Hi there, Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here for you. This is your extended August reading for the 15th of the month to the 21st. This is going to be 2023. As with all readings, though, on this channel, I really recommend to come back to these readings over time. They may resonate over time, so keep it open mind with how it may resonate today, and keep in mind that, yet again, it may really resonate in a new and different way, or even a deeper way, a more intimate way for you, maybe even more logically, more intuitively, more physically, more emotionally, even in 2 days. So keep it open mind. 6 to 8 months is usually when I'll say the readings find their sort of settlement. And you'll really probably know what they're referring to. So let's get into it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Spirit realms here of light, working to give you the smoothest sort of sail here, but always honoring, right, your light journey, your light path, which means obviously doing shadow work. So these messages are going to be about clarifying what return to sender in the throat chakra, down the back, down the right side of the body. Someone here wears a piece in their ear. I've seen that. It could be for their work, or that could be just a verb. Yeah, they wear something on the right side of their ear. Now, dear, I'm here in Scorpio. Cancer, a fellow water sign, wants to come out for you. I was getting a lot coming through for you as I was meditating on your energy. I was seeing, first of all, that you, there's some kind of competitive energy, and I'm getting that you really, as well, really are being inspired, you may find, to focus on your health. There's something here that, let's clear on the sacral, you may want to really focus on, okay, nourishing, different things coming up right now, your actual, like the area of the body that relates to Cancer, which is the womb, for instance. Okay, yeah, your ovary glands. I'm hearing that specifically. Some of you may want to get something even like possibly checked out, just not causing any fear really, but just to take a look. Okay, that's for some. If you find that that is something that you've already received, let's say, downloads about. So some of you here, you may want to look more into health in terms of preventative, just in general, you know, looking into how you can nourish, even energetically, right, speaking, that part of your chakra system. Okay, so let's get here a little further. Some of you maybe want to do rituals that relate to strengthening and toning and these types of things. So yeah, different sort of derivatives of this message for different timelines. Let's get further with this message. I want to actually touch on this oracle deck. Okay, but yeah, I was getting like a really competitive energy here, Cancer. I'm seeing a bouquet of flowers. It's like you're not sure really like what to make of something. It's like, do I want to get involved in this? It could be that somebody is even, yeah, I see a lot of flowers. It could be that there's, I will be honest here, I feel like something naturally is not for you. If you were to think of it in terms of like what you're gravitating towards, I feel like you're intuitively sensing that something is not really going to suit you. I would heed that intuition that is telling you that, because there's something that I feel you know is a better path, and it is coming up. The doorway to that portal, I'm hearing for some of you, is now. And so maybe it's even that you know that, well, I'm just feeling I don't want to give my attention to this one area of life even right now, because I will not be able to participate in these other things that I want to do, that I know, let's clear the heart chakra, right down the right side of the body, that, return to center. I see you like getting some sort of advice, Cancer, from someone, or it's like someone is trying to convince you of something. Honestly, it's very annoying and irritating. It could be something that's just sort of nagging on you, and you know, yet again, like you've already made your mind up about this, that this person as well is not for you. So there's something that you kind of maybe have to have really intentional boundaries with and about, like, no, I'm really not going to open my mind even to that space, okay? Because that's where we've all had those moments. Okay, I'm not going to buy anything in this store, and then the sales rep is just, really good at what they do, and you end up walking out with a few dozen. I'm hearing more eggs than you needed to. I'm hearing that. Like, maybe y'all are chilling at the farmer's market, and you're just like going to go hang out there with your friend, and then it's like you end up buying like stuff that you don't even have. I'm hearing room in your backpack to carry back home. That's for someone, maybe that message is very particular, but I'm hearing kid. Something has to do even here with your creative project. So anyhow, Cancer, what I'm seeing overall though is that can we make the example again though, like that farmer's market reference? Like, I really want to go like after this and be kind of like light on my hands, for instance. I don't want a heavy backpack. I want to go and hang out with my friends after this. That was, let's say, the decision that you made up your mind on, and you knew that that was kind of like what you were wanting to do, right? You have that intention to do that very thing, and you're not compromising that. So there's something here that has to be closed out, right? It's like, I have to sort of be willing to say no to certain people as well, because I know that, for instance, maybe there's another opportunity for me that is going to be better suited for my tastes as well. Like, some of you, maybe you're even stuck in a friend zone with someone, okay? And you just know, like, I'm not going to have everything with this person. Like, I know that in my heart space. I know that in my bones. Clear, return to center, yeah. So, especially physically, like, I get that. Maybe something has even sort of... I see someone sort of, like, sinking in their chair, okay? So something maybe as you see it is going in a direction that's sort of more waning than waxing, and you have to make a decision, like, really, I'm hearing clearly, audibly even, maybe you have to talk about something here. Let's get a message here from the oracle that I've created. Something is also pulling you back as you feel it, and it's causing you to really get, honestly, quite annoyed. And so that matter in and of itself is enough for you to say, I need to eradicate this from my story because it's just draining you, okay? Like, I see a really open portal here that you don't need to sort of battle these other forces in, and you know that, like, should I be over here? I won't have to deal with these things over here, which I know are not on my plate because I put them there. It's things that other people need help with. I'm hearing that as well. So some of you here, you need to sort of maybe balance this with give and take. You know that your happiness lies in another realm. So starting to make the decisions that allow you to step into that experience is going to feel really good to you this month. We have the number 7, the number 22 as well. You make me feel like a creep coming through, okay? So some of you can also, I'm just kind of picking up on the fact that this is not your energy, okay? You may be dealing with someone who is just, honestly, I gotta be honest here, narcissistic, and they're not allowing you to sort of feel what you feel with yourself when you're with yourself when this person is in the environment around you. It's like, return to center. This person's very toxic. I'm gonna be real honest here, Cancer. It's like, I feel like you wanted to find a happy medium with this person, but I'm seeing a ghost, like Casper the ghost. It's like, it's not capable. It's not capable. Like, it's not you, it's not them, it's the synastry maybe between you two. It's just something feels honestly clunky and impossible. And it's not to say that something can be impossible. It's just, it's not in your will to create this with this person. And you know that, I feel. This is something you know, but your shadow may be wanting to sort of make it work, if you know what I mean. That can definitely be a shadow Cancer. Like, this person has this issue, but it's like, aw, poor person, gotta help him out. It's like, what? No, like, we don't have to work it out, okay? We can be of assistance, but only by being in our highest light, right? Our highest vibration is where we extend ourselves to other people. So it's kind of that illusion of, like, I extend myself and parts of myself that I otherwise need to give to myself to other people so that they can feel better. That will never make them feel better. Okay, someone who is not receptive to the point where they can sense that you're extending yourself in an unjust, unfair way is not actually in the light, and you can't fix that person. For them to get to the light, they have to do shadow work, and that doesn't mean another person extending themselves. That's like letting someone ride on coattails. No one learns from that. So there's something here that you kind of have to realize and pull yourself back from. Like, I am giving too much of myself. This is a Neptune shadow moment. Like, I have to heal my shadow. I hear that in just like that. And that means pulling away and reinvesting that energy in you. We have the Twin Flame card coming out, and this is something you're realizing. Return to sender. This person will be very insistent and very sticky the minute that you invest in yourself and you start to do that very thing. This person will come back. They'll call you, ring your phone. They'll just be doing everything that you needed a break from and that you told yourself clearly, I'm not going to fall back into that cycle. They're going to come and test you with that very thing. We have the Pisces Neptune card popping out right there. So this is a Neptune shadow moment. This is a Neptune test. Neptune is retro right now. Return to sender. This person's going to try to talk you back into it. Just prepare. Now, what I'm getting here for some of you, you may feel very tempted to fall back into this. You have a relationship coming, Cancer. This is going to be one of the most high vibrational relationships you will ever have experienced on this plane, in this dimension, at this time. This is something, honestly, magical. You have to be available for it, though. It's like the potential's there, but we need the gardener to plant the seed with the intention, okay, to see that potential come around. And you're feeling on some plane, I have to be that gardener to my own life. I have to take this seed and be the one to plant it and be very intentional about pulling weeds out so that it can grow, so that I can actually see it thrive and live for that moment with my attention turned towards it in that way, in that very way. Not like, well, if my twin flame comes around, that's great, but like in the meantime, I'm gonna hang out with these people who I'm giving my energy to and they're draining me. I mean, that just doesn't happen by will. That's a space where your shadow is at play, and your shadow is not your will. That's karmic, right? Those contracts. So there's something here that's tugging on your energy field that, and I'm being very raw, and I know that the shadow doesn't want this to be known. This is where it is that you have to be the brave one here. Like, in other words, your friends who are not good for you are not going to be the ones to come out and say, well, I think that we shouldn't hang out. I mean, that's just, the narcissist is not going to come to you, hey, I'm feeding on your energy field, I think you should pull back. The thief is not going to look at the person they're draining the pocket out, right? Hey, by the way, I'm like sticking my hand in your pocket. I think maybe you should like close your pocket up. No, that just doesn't happen like that. That's just not how the shadow thrives on the light. The shadow is vampiric, okay, towards the light. Obviously, it's all about as above, so below shadow work, but it's important that you see what's going on so that you can re-navigate the way that you work with the shadow, with your free will. That's this lesson here right now. This lesson here right now, Cancer, is about how you pull your energy back and you acknowledge that you're the one that needs to do that very thing, and that you are the one, if that has taken place, created the space for you to experience karmic recalibration. And it is about reconsideration of your values. It doesn't matter how long you've known someone. It doesn't matter how long you've been so-called friends or you've been working alongside one another, you so-called love one another. You always come here, first and foremost, as a sovereign being. And you have to consider the value that you take on over time based on who it is that surrounds you at different points in your life. Because you can adapt to shapes and forms that don't actually make your higher self feel formless, and your higher self is not of the 3D realm. Okay? Truth. Your higher self finds meaning in the shapes and the forms, but it is to understand which one it takes on in that moment of light. Okay? That moment of light that becomes one with form. It is so much about decision making. At this time, you have to be ready to experience life created. Okay? Not something that's explained even to you to be return to sender, appropriate, okay, or receptive to you. In other words, you're going to have a lot of people in your life, Cancer, really want to hang out with you. I hear it like this. Some of you, I feel like I'm literally talking to entities who are trying to feast off of your force field right now. These entities don't have your best in mind. Return to sender. We see you. I'm seeing a lock and a key. They are literally draining your force field. They literally are here just to thrive on your shadow. Until that very day that you awake the consciousness to speak out about why it is you don't feel ready. Just because, and I'm hearing when this person, this other form of yourself will say, but not your highest self, is seeing, okay, that this is a new experience worth having. This is a frequency, Cancer, that is framing your happiness. I really hope that you can be receptive to this message, because it's something that you feel when the layers of the way you love yourself come undone. Love, Cancer, in a simple form, is simply freedom. There's no frame around the rainbow. The rainbow is free, right? To show the frequency of light, the bandwidth of light, okay, as a sovereign spiritual experience. When we observe the rainbow, that's something that is sort of between us and the way that I'm hearing proverbially we meet the sky. There's something that you see in your life that you can't explain as well, is what I'm hearing here. Cancer, return to sender again. I'm hearing Scorpio, Sagittarius, return to sender again. Yeah, that you can't quite see as well in this particular lifestyle. I know it's a bit abstract, but Spirit has its ways to deliver this message to who it really fits, okay, in terms of the timeline. Right here, right now. This is not meant to resonate for everyone, all right? Unfortunately, but it is what it is. Some people are not going to be on this timeline. You'll feel this message in your bones if it's for you, okay? So I'm not worried about it. Let's say, yeah, keeping certain people out of the conversation, because some people don't really have the consciousness to connect to this theme right now in their life. Some of you here, Cancer, you are definitely realizing that there is happiness in your life that resides outside of the lines that you read out alongside a very particular person in your life right now. This could be a longtime friend. It could be someone who you have connected to for years. I'm hearing the letter D. This person does not allow you to deliver certain frequency-based return to sender realizations of love when you are interacting with them. Meaning, whenever you're around this person in Cancer, please listen closely, because this is between you and you. When you're around this person, it's almost like you literally can't hear yourself. Okay, this is really important, because this person is